So now that we got our offensive coordinator in Bill O'Brien, the New England Patriots are going to be taking aim at another former Houston Texan, which is DeAndre Hopkins. And I ran a poll on his channel to see how many people would welcome DeAndre Hopkins to the New England Patriots. And overwhelmingly, I think it's about like 65 to 70% said yes, we would welcome DeAndre Hopkins to the New England Patriots. So, and I'm all on board with it. I've already explained that in detail in a previous video. But the issue is going to be whether or not DeAndre Hopkins would like to play or what his attitude is going to be, seeing as him and Bill O'Brien have a sketchy past because Bill O'Brien was the one who traded DeAndre Hopkins away to the Arizona Cardinals for basically what turned out to be a bag of chips. So we're going to get into this article a little bit. I want you to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. If you want more New England Patriots news, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and I want everybody to like this video to help us continue to grow this channel. I'd appreciate it. So let's get into this article now. It says, Hopkins, who spent 6 years with Bill O'Brien as member of the Houston Texans, has surfaced in trade rumors in recent weeks, and the Patriots, at least at the time of the initial report from the Score's Jordan Schultz, made plenty of sense as a potential landing spot for the 30-year-old receiver. They could use a highly skilled wideout after previously and unsuccessfully relying on depth pieces. Might that have to change now that O'Brien's reported arrival? After all, the relationship of the two wasn't great during their time together in Houston. Hopkins specifically said he had no relationship with his then head coach. So, how I'm looking at this, I don't know what no relationship means. Like, obviously, we could take it on the surface and say, okay, they have no working relationship outside of Houston. But no relationship could either mean we don't really talk like that, I'm not really cool with him like that, I don't really like him like that, or no relationship means that they're just working together and the working relationship is fine, but outside of that, they don't really have a relationship. So you got to really look at what this really means underneath the surface of what DeAndre Hopkins said in that quote. So who knows whether or not, obviously he's going to feel some type of way about being traded away, but then at the same time, you gotta, if you look back on hindsight, I'm sure DeAndre Hopkins is looking at that like, thankfully, I'm not in Houston anymore because look at what's going on with the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson is not there. That whole team unraveled and fell apart and got completely dismantled, and now they have no identity. So who's to say that DeAndre Hopkins isn't looking back in hindsight and saying, you know what, I didn't like getting traded back then, but he did me a favor by getting me out when I got out because it was all going to hell anyway. So who's to say that's not how he's thinking? I don't know, but there may still be a little bit underlying, not animosity, but just unwanted feelings about that particular situation. Now, I believe that DeAndre Hopkins is definitely going to be a bigger man if he was, in fact, to get traded to New England. I think he would welcome it wherever he went, and he would be a professional, and he would do his thing. So who knows what could potentially happen? I'm still all in favor for going after DeAndre Hopkins. I definitely believe all of the fan base would appreciate his talent in New England. Obviously, Bill Belichick likes him, and he worked well. Whether or not Bill O'Brien and DeAndre Hopkins had a good working relationship, they worked well together on that field. So who knows what's going to happen? Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what your comments are down on this. Do you believe we will get DeAndre Hopkins, or do you believe we should still pursue DeAndre Hopkins? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next clip.